Have you ever seen a boxer with a baby face but fists that can bring down giants? A guy who seems harmless outside the ring but transforms into a force of nature inside it? That's Naoya, the monster, Inoue, and compared to none other than the legend Mike Tyson for his powerful punches and the number of knockouts he's racked up in his fights. Get ready and grab your favorite snack, because today we're going to dive into the story of this phenomenon and how he has punished the arrogance of those who dared to underestimate him. Imagine a world champion, Jamie McDonnell, a true British monster with a record of 30 wins and only 2 losses. He had never been knocked out before, and that confidence led him to make provocative statements about Inoue. "I'm going to destroy him, I know it," he said arrogantly. But Inoue, the humble Japanese warrior, decided to show him that in the ring, it's not words that rule, but the power of the fists. Inoue has been known for not talking much since the beginning, but he knows how to prove with his fists that he has all the potential to stay on top without running away from the strongest and most fearsome contenders. When the bell rang, Inoue launched himself so fast, it seemed like he was in a hurry to get to a sushi banquet. His right and left combinations were very quick and seemed to have the strength to knock down a beast of burden. It seemed impossible that those punches came from a Japanese guy with such a youthful face. Once the playing phase was over, Inoue transformed into pure brutality. With a devastating combination, he delivered McDonnell the first knockout of his career. With that victory, Inoue not only took the title but also silenced a provocateur and added the WBA belt to his growing collection. Impressive, right? Now let's move on to a chapter where family honor became the driving force behind an epic beating. In the semifinals of the prestigious World Boxing Super Series, Inoue faced undefeated Puerto Rican Emmanuel Rodriguez, a genius of the Zweet science with a record of 19-0 and 11 knockouts. But in this fight, Inoue's motivation went beyond a simple victory. There was an insult to avenge. Before the fight, in the gym, Rodriguez's trainer blatantly pushed Inoue's father right in front of him, showing total disrespect. It would have been better if Emmanuel had insulted Inoue, because he awakened a beast who, for the first time, showed anger in interviews before the fights. At that moment, Inoue promised himself he would take revenge on the arrogance of that trainer by mercilessly destroying his protege. The day of revenge arrived, and Inoue's fury fueled every one of his punches. Rodriguez, confident, started applying fierce pressure. He even began shouting "knockout" during the fight. Rodriguez seemed to dominate the first minutes of the match, but the situation completely changed as soon as Inoue found his rrhythm.
It's a knockout ratio of a heavyweight. On his gum shield and came back with a flurry of his own. Toe-to-toe action, first round. It's almost a macho battle in these first 35 foot.
Why he's got the knockout ratio that he has.
Took a good. This has been a good start from Rodriguez. Oh, big shot to the body, Inoue.
But Inoue's rage pushed him, and within seconds, the little monster made Rodriguez collapse like a Jenga tower. The first time he had ever gone down in his career.
His feet. As we anticipated in the build-up to the fight. No
solid punches have come from Inoue.
For this fight. And he's a fearsome flurry. And he's down. He's got him with a left.
By some miracle, Rodriguez managed to get up. But Inoue, following the samurai code, decided to finish off his opponent once and for all. Rodriguez's face changed completely. He no longer mocked Inoue and was now truly worried because his undefeated streak was about to be broken. Everyone knew he could now be knocked down, and it even seemed like he lost confidence in himself. In the end, Inoue won and took the IBF title, brutally avenging the arrogant trainer and handing his protege the first defeat of his record. Naoya Inoue, world champion. When Inoue was not yet the monster we know today, he faced Antonio Nieves, a boxing master with an almost perfect record of 17 wins and only 1 loss by split decision. At that time, Inoue was a dark horse in the boxing world, and many wondered if he had really been tested or if it was just luck, since all his fights had been in Japan. Neves represented a serious threat, but Inoue laughed at the danger. It seemed he was waiting for the perfect moment to show all his potential or wanted to face more challenging boxers, as he didn't say otherwise in interviews and his expression looked bored. His face didn't change at the weigh-in with Neves, but it was a face that showed he couldn't be underestimated or trusted even the slightest bit. This was his ultimate test, and he was ready to take it. The fight began, and the Japanese fighter turned the ring into a meadow where he was the predator and Neves the fleeing prey. He looked more than comfortable. It was clear he was moving around the ring like a synchronized dance, enjoying himself with his rival.
Underlines the fact that out is often set up missed with one. But you can see that it's quick.
Right now on this fight is Inoue.
Wait a long time to learn. The reputation has taught him well.
He's fundamentally sound, and that power he has, but I don't know if he can translate that physically.
Tried to deliver the body. Inoue did a great job of blocking it.
In just a few moments, Inoue started to clean his opponent's mouth with his devastating fists, a powerful right hand, a hook to the body, and Neves fell for the first time in his professional career.
It seemed much in between.
I think that's a great point.
I think Inoue has to put Neves away here in this round or next, because it's a lopsided fight. I'm sure their imagination and really look devastating. Make some water cooler buzz the next, on Monday at work.
Neves is trying to find somewhere to hide in the ring, and he can't find it. As
Inoue has him ready to go to the body. Yup, there it is.
By the sixth round, Inoue had established total dominance over the confident boxer. Neves couldn't do anything at all. You could see how he changed his strategy throughout the fight. First, he took a defensive stance, looking for a counter punch. Then he stayed defensive but moved closer with his guard up, trying to shorten the distance. And finally, he took a risk and became more aggressive, seeking a knockout.
Inoue knows he has wounded prey in front of him, so he's going to continue to throw that left hook to the
Bit of inexperience from Inoue, only having 13 fights. Good right hand right there. Against that shot, he's got to switch it up, throw it right to the body. Maybe
listen to the sound when those left-hand body shots land. That is a...
Neves looked at him like, wait a minute, you're allowed to do
another
that
left hook to the body. This over the arena here at the stuff.
Neves' cornermen realized they had to save their fighter from the claws of the monster and threw in the towel. The referee had no choice but to stop the fight.
You need to stop it now. You need to see your guy on
17, 1 and 2. His first loss in the last fight was
going to get worse as this fight progresses. Good right hand.
Who knows what's going on internally in his ribcage.
Another left to the right has a decision to make. And he has made the decision.
In the end, Inoue was declared the winner and continued improving his record with resounding knockouts early in his career. Remember, if you're enjoying the video, you can support us by leaving a like and sharing it with your friends. They'll be thrilled to meet the new Mike Tyson of our generation. When Inoue was still unknown to the world, he was assigned a more experienced opponent named Wardo Pinas. When the bell rang, young Inoue began testing his opponent with his fists. However, Pinas, not taking the youngster seriously, started mocking Inoue like a complete clown, provoking him shamelessly. But the monster decided not to tolerate such arrogance and to show that even rookies deserve respect. So he loaded his machine guns with real ammunition and began unleashing mercilessly on the insolent fighter.
いいですね。井上尚弥まだ第1ラウンドですがどう感じているのか。今集中力があります。スピードがあります。左フックは空を切ります。パレナス。ジャブからまたワンツースリーの動きを見せた井上尚弥。ワンツースリーです。左のジャブスピード。
Still, it didn't work, as Pinas didn't stop his parade of taunts toward Inoue. That's when the Japanese fighter diagnosed his opponent, identifying a high level of arrogance in his blood. So Inoue pushed his speed to the limit until he finally subdued Pinas.
いや非常にスムーズで速くて。
ものすごい力強い。また右入った。ワンツー左。
Pinas might have indeed been a worthy opponent for that Inoue, as he managed to push him to the limit and reveal his true capabilities. Another opponent for Inoue was Pechbang-born Kokietjim, who possessed a true iron jaw, as any Thai fighter should. The fight began, and Inoue immediately started unleashing a barrage of punches targeting all levels of Kokietjim. During the first half of the fight, Inoue completely dominated Kokiet Jim with his brutal combinations, attacking both the body and the head.
お三方どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。よく相手を見てますよね。
この左のジャブ、ガードを叩いてワンツーをして帰ってくることになりました。そうです。左のアッパーを放っていきました。飛び込んでの
開きだ。
さあコンビネーションまとめていく。この第一ラウンド、
様子を見て攻撃もちろんいいんです。左フットって強振しますよね。
明大での50戦のキャリア、大きく勝ち越しているという選手権の、はいどうぞ。そのチャレンジャーサイドはとにかくガードだけは絶対。
But, as is characteristic of Thai fighters, Kokiet Jim had a resilience that made Inoue's punches seem ineffective. He was like a man of iron being tested with devastating blows. How much could he really endure? However, Kokiet Jim turned out to be a braggart, boldly questioning Inoue's power with his whole attitude.
つけるパターンもありますからね。
そうですね。なんといっても KO 率しかとして頭を沈めて、ここで左ジャブ放って最後さらにはボディ、頭を沈めて左。しかし相手は手を止めません。ここで先ほどお返しと言わんばかりに硬い拳を放っていきます。チャレンジャーの鉄腕ボーンです。さあ最後のボディを放っていきました。左。
拳が当たると痛いのかな。
やはりここでも左のパンチですよね。
そうですね。
But unwilling to tolerate such arrogance, Inoue began slowly melting down his opponent's steel jaw with his fiery fists. And when Inoue had completely knocked Kokiet Jim unconscious, the entire arena shifted its focus, not on the fight itself, but on another masterpiece knockout crafted by the genius himself. It was tough, but not impossible, as Kokiet Jim withstood Inoue's incredible combos for a long time.
ここは打ち合いになっていきます。ショートレンジやりくなっていきます。井上尚弥前回の試合は12ラウンドを右のストレートを放っていきました。後ろに下がった鉄板棒に対して詰めていく。井上が次々と手が出していきます。井上のラッシュ効いてる
In the end, Inoue achieved a truly amazing victory, once again solidifying his title as world champion. In this video, you have seen how Naoya Inoue punished arrogant fighters for their disrespectful behavior, becoming the monster he is today. Which of these demonstrations of Inoue's power impressed you the most? Do you think there's anyone capable of stopping him? Let me know in the comments.